Hi everybody, Robert Jones back in the kitchen doing a little Halloween how-do to you. Thought I'd do something kind of fun this week. Just being crazy and doing something for Halloween. I was at Costco this week and I found this. It is the pumpkin bread kit with icing. It makes 2 giant cakes or 4 small loaves. And I thought it would be really fun to do this. And I had a little inspiration while I was at the gym. I know, right? Cake inspirations at the gym. So I thought I would make it chocolate marble pumpkin cake. And I came home and I was doing a little research to figure out how much cocoa powder to put in. And looked on Pinterest and saw that there's like 1,000 people doing this. So you know what? I don't care. I'm still doing it anyway. So this is the Halloween special of the chocolate marble pumpkin cake. Boom. Alright, let's check it out. Okay guys, so I thought I'd give you the lowdown on what's going on here. So this box was $7 at Costco, and we were kind of surprised when we picked it up on how heavy it was. But as you can see here, it says pumpkin bread kit with icing. So, you know, pumpkin everything is kind of funny because you have to always use the canned pumpkin, or unless you make the pumpkin yourself, but nobody does that. So I thought, what the heck, let's try this kit. So I just thought I'd show you guys what's in here. So opening it up, there are 2 cans of pumpkin, there are 2 things of icing, and there are 2 bags of mix. So I'm going to use 1 of everything, so 1 and 1. Get this rolling. Okay, and for this kit we're also going to need 1 cup of water and 1/2 cup of oil. I just put them in here just to measure them and be quick. 4 eggs. I'm doing mine in a bunt. You can do it in 2 loaves as they recommend. And I've also got some cocoa powder. I buy it in bulk. This is not actually ice cream. This is cocoa powder. I just buy it in bulk and keep it in here. Okay, so to make the cake, it's super simple. Bring old trusted Bessie. Oh, and also the fan who let me know about the pin. I fixed the pin on the back of the mixer. It's back in. Thank you for that. That was quite nice for somebody to notice that. So I appreciate that. I can't remember who it is right now, but thank you. Okay, so into the bowl I'm going to put the eggs. I'm also going to put the water and the oil just straight in. And just going to add the pumpkin straight in. This cannot be any easier, you guys. I mean, literally, you're just dumping everything in. Okay, and once your pumpkin is in, literally, you pour the mix in. I mean, this cannot be any easier. Okay, and just before we get mix in here, I'm just going to spray down my bunt with a little bit of vegetable spray. This is just added insurance because I don't like a cake that sticks. Now you can totally do this by hand. I'm using the paddle because I've injured my hand. Just don't have any strength right now in it. Okay, and literally put it in there. Turn it on slow. Just taking a picture. Alright, and scrape down the sides. It smells really good. It smells pumpkin-y and spicy. Now, some of the suggestions I did see was to add a little bit of food coloring to make it more orange, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Your cake batter is done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take half of it and pour it into the bundt pan. That looks about half. Maybe do a little more than half. Maybe 2/3. Alright. Okay, and to this I'm going to add, I'm going to start with a 1/2 cup. It suggested 3/4 cup, but that seems a bit much to me. So let's start with a 1/2 cup. Put our paddle back on and just give it a mix. Yeah, I think that's plenty chocolatey. So I'm going to say a 1/2 cup is plenty of cocoa. Okay, so let's take this back out. Can you guys see that? Alright, so now I'm just going to give it a good mix just so we get it all incorporated. Yeah, I think 1/2 cup of chocolate is plenty. If you want more chocolate, go for it. Okay, so then I'm just going to take and put it in here around. If you have a different technique, go for it. Take your spatula or whatever you're using and just kind of draw it through a couple times. just to swirl it around a little bit. I'm going to bang it just to make sure there's no air pockets in the bunch. Boom. Going in the oven for 1 hour at 350. We'll check it with a toothpick and we'll see you in an hour. Alright, you guys, we're over here at the Steadicam. Just came out of the oven. Hot as heck, but looking delicious. So we're just letting it cool for a few minutes before we dump it out. So there's the cake after 1 hour, and it's nice and firm. Alright, now we're going to make some sauce. Alright, you guys, we're just going to make a simple glaze. I use a scale for almost everything in my kitchen because measuring cups are a pain in the ass. Do 4 ounces. Alright, so we... Alright, there you go. Exactly. 4 ounces of chocolate. I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of butter. And normally I would use corn syrup, but I don't have any on hand. So if you guys ever watched the Peking recipe, I have some maltose sugar here, which I think will work just the same. You guys ever use this? It looks hard, but it's actually a little soft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of this as well. So you can put in a tablespoon of corn syrup. It's just to keep it from recoagulating. So that's going to go in there, but I'm going to wait until after I put this in the microwave. So let's pop this in the microwave, probably for about 20 to 30 seconds, just to get the chocolate and the butter melted. Now I did this in the microwave. You don't have to do this in the microwave. You can do it on the stove. You can do it wherever you want. But I just find if you're making a simple glaze, the microwave is a perfect solution for this. Okay, so a bit longer in the microwave, and you guys can see we got chocolate sauce. Oh, I added a touch more butter too, so I'll put in the recipe. Don't worry. Alright, let's let that sit for a second, and let's get the cake out of the pan. Okay, so for some of you, this may be the most nerve-wracking part of this process. Here's our cake. I'm just going to set it down for a second, and I'm going to check to see that it's loose around the edges. It is. It's still warm. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the cake down. I'm going to put the cake plate on top. Scoot it over so you guys can see. Then I'm going to lift the whole thing up and flip. 1, 2, 3, and flip. Then here's a trick. Use the cake pan to get it centered before you lift it off. I can't get a hold of it because it's too low. Oh my gosh, look at that. Sorry, my hand is hurting, but got it. There we go. Look at that. Bundt cake. Bundt cake. Guys, it looks so good. Let's take a picture. Alright, you guys, let's get some icing on this thing. Got our... Ooh, that's hot. Hot. Let's put it back on the towel. Okay. Nice glazing sauce here. Alright, I'm just gonna put it on top, and the cake is still warm, so I'm gonna kind of let it melt on. Ooey gooey chocolatey, it looks so good. It's not really melting the way I want it to. Okay, can you guys see the layers? You guys see the layers in there? Okay, so here's what I was thinking. I was thinking to make it more spooky, I thought we'd make a spider web on top for Halloween. So let's see how we can, see if we can get this to work. So apparently you got to get the frosting warmed up. Okay, so let's try this again. The other packet. Let's take this goop off of here. Hey, not everything happens the first time, okay? Alright, let's try this again. So, there we go. Alright, so it's going around like that. And around like that. And then I was thinking to make some spooky web. Making it spooky. Alright, you guys, there it is. This is a spooky cake. Alright, you guys, it's spooky. It's spooky. It is the moment you've been waiting for. It is the moment you've been waiting for. It is the moment you've been waiting for. Woo! Alright, giddy up, cowboys and Indians, on this Halloween cake day. Look at that. It's even got vampire teeth. How cool is that? Maybe upside down this way. Vampire teeth. I just thought it was so cool. Okay, look at pumpkin. Pumpkin. Airplane. Oh. All right, you guys. Woo, it is the moment you've been waiting for. Look at this. I even got a piece with vampire teeth. Vampire teeth. Vampire teeth. You guys, I'm so cowboy excited about this cake. It looks so good. All right, we got our pumpkin side. We got our chocolate side. It's actually all pumpkin, but it just says side chocolate. I'm very excited how this turned out. It's so easy to make. Glaze, spiderweb. Yeah. All right, let's taste this. All right, I'm gonna try the pumpkin, just the pumpkin side first. I love pumpkin. Pumpkin. It's nice. Oh, I got a bite of the chocolate frosting too. All right, let's try just the chocolate side now, if we can. That's very rich, very decadent. Yeah, half a cup of chocolate, totally enough. Powdered chocolate, totally enough. All right, I want another piece of the pumpkin side. Just a pumpkin. Just a pumpkin. It's having a hard time. All right, pumpkin side. It's good. I give this 2 thumbs up. This Libby's mix is pretty darn good, and when you doctor it yourself, it makes it even more special. So, Libby's mix, I give an 8 or 9. It's definitely good something. All right, you guys. Hope you have a good Halloween. Boo. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this pumpkin marble chocolate cake today. It was a lot of fun, just something simple, a little bit of a hack to do for Halloween. What else to tell you guys? If you'd like to see more, if you'd like to see about the packaging and stuff, you can check out my blog. I will put it here. You can also talk to me on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. EudaemoniusMarkII is the channel here. This is Keeping Up with the Joneses. If you would like to find me almost anywhere else, just look Eudaemonius, Eudaemonius, or you can add the M-A-R-K-I-I on the end. Alright, you guys, I hope you liked this. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'd love to have you subscribe and come back for more. I hope you guys have a good Halloween, or any other autumnal kind of festival for pumpkin. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.